Hey guys, it's Jemmy. Now that we covered the lower three dungeons, which are the Banished Cells, Fungal Grotto, and Spindle Clutch, we'll move on to the level 20 to 23 dungeons, starting with the dungeon called Elden Hollows. This dungeon is a part of the Aldemary Dominion Alliance in the map of Grotwood. The types of adds found in this dungeon are the Dark Fern enemies ranging from healers, swordsmen, archers, and some stranglers, as well as the elite. The recommended group setup would be the standard 1 tank, 1 healer, and 2 DPS. From the start, this dungeon has a room full of mobs that pretty much aggro all together. Before engaging in the adds, just be aware of where the enemy healers are located, noted by the glowing staff. So once the room has aggro, just focus the enemy healers first that you prevent any enemies from being healed to full health. If you think about it, killing off enemy healers saves you time and consumables like potions and food buffs, because you are actively preventing any enemies you had to, let's say, half health or even below half health from being healed. Maybe if you just had one enemy healer, you really wouldn't feel that impact. However, you will see in a bit in a mob group with 3 enemy healers that were left alone just how much longer it took to clear that group. So, wrapping it up basically in a nutshell, kill the healers first. So here is the first boss room. The adds in here aggro separately from the boss who is near that fireplace over there. So what you want to do is just aggro the adds over here, burn them down, and then I guess if you want, you could collect your group before you engage the boss. The first boss is Akash Gramal. This boss is pretty straightforward with the basic rule that DPS and healers stay behind the boss while the tank would stay in front. The skills Akash Gramal rotates is a large front conal attack with a very short reaction time. So you could try to roll out the way, but if not, just block it to absorb some of that damage. Next is a leap, where Akash will shed aggro and leap to another party member and deal damage. Third is a sword swing around the boss, indicated by a smaller red circle, very easy to roll or dash away from. The last skill is a charge up skill, easy to tell by the charge up signal, which looks like those lines that are going towards the boss. Simply block to counter or roll away. Other than that, Akash Gramal is a piece of cake. Okay guys, so here is the part I mentioned earlier with the 3 healers. As you can see, there are 2 healers to the left and another to the right. I usually focus on the 2 healers to the left since they're close together and interrupt them if they start healing their comrades, I guess, while I'm trying to kill them. For some reason, comically, the Strangler on the side focused on me and kept pulling me towards it, forcing me to run back and try to kill the healers. I have no idea what the other DPS was doing, but this part took so much longer since the 3 enemy healers were busy healing themselves and the other enemies. The second boss of Elden Hollow is Thorn, who is my personal favorite of the dungeon. First off, I do want to point out that for some reason, a group of Dark Fern adds aggro from the next room and poured into the boss room during the fight. So the Dark Ferns that are showing up during this boss fight isn't supposed to be there, so don't worry about it when you are going to be running the Elden Hollows yourself. As for Chokethorn, it's a plant that is stationary. There are a couple of skills it rotates. First is a pull to draw you in. So if you happen to be pulled in, your first objective is to run or move a safe distance away. That is because Chokethorn's second move is a massive AoE that is indicated by a large red circle. There's no way you can miss it. If you are a healer or a ranged DPS, you should already be standing on the outskirts a safe distance away. But if you are a melee DPS or a tank, once the red indicator comes up, roll or dash out of the circle. Then once the AoE has gone off, you could resume attacking the boss. The only other thing to worry about is the healing saplings. They spawn one at a time, either north, south, east, or west of the boss. You will see the sapling link a green line. That is when the boss is being healed. You need to interrupt the healing as you would for a healer, then resume to killing the saplings. Rinse and repeat this process till the boss is defeated. And again guys, these Dark Fern ads aren't supposed to be here. For some reason they aggro from the other room and are like pouring into this room here. But they're not supposed to be here, and when you're in the Elden Hollows, it's not going to be like this. You're just going to see the Chokethorn and his saplings, or its saplings. And also, if you haven't noticed while I was trying to destroy these ads here, that a sapling is right on the bottom right hand corner of the screen. So the sapling the entire time was actually healing the boss. But usually, since it's just going to be the sapling and the boss in that room, when the saplings come up, you just want to defeat the saplings as fast as possible. But in that instance, of course, there was some additional ads that weren't supposed to be there, and they were kind of killing the group, so I was trying to take care of them more than the saplings at the moment. But when the saplings come up, like we just saw, you just want to interrupt the saplings so that they stop healing, and then you want to focus on kind of killing them. Next is the mini boss Lv20, which is a big elite. Basically, as long as the healer and DPS stay behind the boss while the tank is in front, this boss is pretty easy with nothing to worry about. He does aggro with another elite on the side. What you just want to do is take care of that elite first and then move over to Lv20. That will make the fight a lot easier. I do want to go ahead and note that there are 2 other optional mini bosses within the Elden Hollows. You could defeat them for some extra loot, and those are the Ancient Spriggan as well as Nanesh Gromal. Those 2 bosses will not be shown in this dungeon run because I didn't go and defeat them. I just kind of wanted to get through it. So just wanted to let you guys know that's always an option for you, hence why they are called optional mini bosses. The final boss of the Elden Hollows is the Canaan Reef Oraneath. This boss can be difficult to defeat without a coordinated team, so let's just run through her skills. First is a poison dot that is quite strong. You can tell when she will be using the skill due to the charging animation that she does. You can time it also so that you roll away as the green blob head towards you to avoid getting hit by the poison to save your healer from working too hard. This skill can be directed towards anyone in the party, so just keep your eye open to see if it's coming towards you. Second is a massive AoE around the boss, indicated by a large red circle. It deals poison damage while stunning anyone who is captured in it. Whether you are a tank or a DPS, once you see this red circle, roll or dash away. The third skill is a circular AoE around a certain party member. If you do not roll or run in time, it will root you halfway into the ground. Once the root wears off, at the same location, 4 skeleton adds will spawn. You can either kill them as they come up to reduce damage or wait till the next rooting circle appears. At that time, the 4 skeletons will despawn as the new 4 skeletons will appear. I would recommend killing off the skeletons to avoid taking unnecessary damage, unless your group's healer is just that OP where the DPS can focus on burning the boss down. That part is up to your group's dynamic. That is all for the final boss of Elden Hollow. Once the boss is defeated, collect your reward and the story of the dungeon will continue. After, a portal will appear to show you to the exit. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you would like to see the earlier dungeons, I'll leave that link in the center. Also, I do have a new vlog up if you're interested in that with that link as well. If you would like to stay updated with the latest videos as soon as we upload them, we would love you to join us by clicking the button on top. I do also have a vlogging channel where you get to know a little bit more about Jemmy behind these videos with the link right below. Feel free to find me on other forms of social media such as Twitter, Facebook, and more with all the convenient links listed in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching once again. I do love you all. I hope you have a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!